Holi is one of those festivals where the kitchen becomes the heart of the house. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my cozy lifestyle. There's color outside, and inside the kitchen there are flavors. Something sweet, some crispy, some tangy. So today I'm preparing a few simple things for Holi at home. Things that can be made in advance and stored so that on the festival day the kitchen work becomes easier and we can actually enjoy the celebration. Let's start with something crispy. Namak para is one of those snacks that almost every Indian home makes around festivals. The dough is very simple: flour, a little oil, salt, and carom seeds. Ajwain adds that beautiful aroma and also helps digestion, which is honestly very useful during festival eating. These are the kind of snacks you can make a few days before Holi and store in an airtight container. While the dough is resting, let's make Saunth Chutney. No Holi chaat feels complete without a good sweet and tangy chutney. So, I am making Saunth Chutney. For this, I have used 1 kg sugar, half cup amchur, 1 teaspoon red chili powder, 2 teaspoon dhania powder, 1 teaspoon black pepper powder, 1 teaspoon dry ginger powder, 1 teaspoon garam masala, 1 teaspoon soft powder, 1 teaspoon salt and 1 teaspoon black salt, 1.5 cup of water. We need to mix it very well so that there are no lumps or granules in this mixture. It has that beautiful balance, sweet, slightly tangy and a little warm flavor from spices. And the best part is, this chutney stores really well. You can make it once and use it for weeks with different snacks. Once the dough has rested for a few minutes, I simply roll it out like a thick roti. Then using a fork, I make small holes all over. This is a small step but very important. It prevents the namak para from puffing up while frying. After that, I just cut them into small pieces. You can keep them long, diamond shape or square. Today I am making them small or rectangular because these are actually going with my daughter to her hostel. And these bite-sized pieces are easier to snack on. While frying namak para, the most important thing is the flame. They should always fry on medium to low heat. If the oil is too hot, they will turn golden quickly from outside but won't become crispy from inside. So, I let them cook slowly, and as they start floating up in the oil, they naturally separate from each other. That slow frying is what gives namak para their perfect crunch. And once they turn light golden, I take them out and let them cool. As they cool down, they actually become even crispier. These are perfect snacks to prepare before festival. Once completely cooled, just store them in an airtight container and they stay fresh for many days. While the second batch is cooking, let's move on to the chutney. It looks slightly thick now. Right consistency. Let's switch off the flame and let it cool down completely. Along with namak para, I am also making papri. Papri is one of those things that is very simple to make but extremely useful during festivals. Because once these are ready, half of your chaat preparation is already done. The dough for papri is exactly the same as namak para, maida, little oil, ajwain and salt. So whenever I make namak para, I usually take out a portion of the dough and turn it into papri as well. It saves both time and effort. After resting the dough for a few minutes, I roll it out just like a roti. Then again I make small holes with a fork. This step is important because we don't want papri to puff up like puri. We want them flat and crispy. For cutting, you don't need any special cutter. A small bowl, glass or even a lid works perfectly. I like rolling one big sheet and cutting many papri at once. That way the work gets done much faster. Once all the papris are cut, I like to leave them on the plate for a few minutes. This little resting time helps them dry slightly and they become even crispier when fried. When frying papri, keep the flame medium to low. If the oil is too hot, they puff up too quickly and don't become properly crisp. So I let them cook slowly until they turn lightly golden. That slow frying is actually the secret to good papri. The best thing about papri is how many ways you can use them. Of course, they are perfect for papri chaat and dahi papri, but even otherwise, they taste amazing with evening tea. You can crush them over sprouts, you add them on salads, or simply enjoy them like a crunchy snack. Now coming to one of my absolute favorites, Dahi Bhalla. To start with, I soaked urad dal and a little moong dal for a few hours. After soaking, I grind them into a smooth batter. Adding a little moong dal helps make the bhallas a little lighter and softer. After grinding, the most important step is whisking the batter. I usually whisk it by hand. It takes a few minutes, but it makes a big difference. You have to whisk it in one direction until the batter becomes slightly light and fluffy. A small trick to check if the batter is ready: drop a tiny portion into a bowl of water. If it floats on the surface, that means the batter is perfectly aerated and your bhallas will turn out soft. Once the batter is ready, I add a little salt and cumin seeds. Now we start frying. I drop small portions of the batter into warm oil to make little bhallas. You can make them small or big, round or slightly flat, whatever shape you prefer. One important thing here is to keep the flame medium to low. If the oil is too hot, the bhallas will brown quickly on the outside but may stay uncooked inside. So, slow frying is the key. Once they are lightly golden, I remove them and let them cool slightly. After that, they go into a bowl of water with a little salt and asafoetida. This step makes them beautifully soft. The key to soft bhallas is soaking them properly. Once they absorb the water, just gently press them and they become wonderfully light and soft. If your bhallas ever feel a little dense, don't worry. Just soak them in water little longer and they soften up nicely. For the yogurt, I whisk some fresh curd with a little powdered sugar. That slight sweetness balances the tanginess of the chutneys and make the whole dish taste perfect. Then comes the best part, assembling everything. Place the soft bhallas on a plate, pour the chilled yogurt over them and make sure they are nicely coated. Then comes the flavor layer, a little green chutney and that sweet and tangy Saunth chutney we made earlier. To finish it off, I like adding a little save on top. You can also add pomegranate seeds and a little chaat masala if you like, but I personally prefer keeping it simple so that the softness of the bhallas and the flavor of the chutneys really shine. And when you cut into a bhalla like this and see how soft it is inside, that's when you know all the little steps were worth it. Now that all the components are ready, let's quickly make a simple Papri Chaat. This is honestly one of the easiest snacks you can put together when everything is prepared in advance. Just take some of the crispy papri we made earlier and break them slightly into a plate. I'm adding some boiled potatoes here, but you can also add boiled chickpeas or sprouts if you like. Then comes a generous spoon of yogurt, followed by the green chutney and the sweet Saunth chutney. Once everything cooled down completely, I stored all the snacks in airtight containers. The Saunth chutney also has a long shelf life, so you can easily make it in advance. Doing this kind of preparation a day or two before festival really reduces the workload on the main day. Then on Holi, you can simply assemble everything and enjoy the food with family and friends. If you enjoy these kind of simple home-style cooking videos, do consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. So this was my small Holi preparation, making Namak Papri chutneys and soft Dahi Bhalla. A little work beforehand makes the festival day much more relaxed. I hope these ideas help you prepare something delicious for your family this Holi. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, keep smiling and bye-bye.